Hey everyone, Sandeep here from 99signals.com. I'm back with another AppSumo deal review and walkthrough. In this video, I'll be reviewing Publer, which is a social media scheduling tool that lets you post and schedule content on all major social channels. What's more, you can even use it as a collaboration tool by adding team members and get deep analytics into your social media page and post performance. Now, I'm aware that there are way too many social media scheduling tools on the market. In fact, you're spoiled for choice when it comes to social media scheduling tools. AppSumo itself has had lifetime deals on social media scheduling tools in the past. Deals like Promo Republic, SocialBee, Planable, all these tools have been live at AppSumo at some point or the other in the past. So you may be asking yourself, what is so different about Publer? What is so unique about this social media scheduling tool? And is Publer really better than Buffer and Hootsuite, two of the most popular social media scheduling tools on the market? And how is the onboarding process? Is it easier to use than Buffer and Hootsuite? So those are the questions I'll try to answer in this review and walkthrough. So if you have stumbled upon this AppSumo deal and if you're wondering whether it's the right social media scheduling tool for you, then I would urge you to just watch this review and walkthrough till the end, and I'll help you decide whether this tool is worth investing in. So I'll provide a quick rundown of what you'll be getting with the AppSumo deal. You can skip this section if you're already aware of the Publer AppSumo deal, or if you've already bought access to it. You can skip this section and directly go to the walkthrough. I'll provide all the relevant timestamps in the description. So here's what you should know about the Publer AppSumo deal. You can get lifetime access to it for just $39, and you'll be able to connect up to 30 social accounts to your Publer account, and you'll be able to add 3 team members to your Publer account. You'll also be able to schedule unlimited posts, you'll be able to save unlimited drafts, and you'll also be getting access to some really cool features like auto schedule, bulk scheduling, signatures, and watermarks. So these are all the features that I'll be explaining in detail when I'm doing the walkthrough. At this point in time, what you should be knowing is you can get lifetime access to it for $39. You'll be able to add up to 30 social media accounts and 3 team members to your Publer account. Now, let me give you a quick overview of the tool itself. Once again, if you are already aware of Publer, you can skip this section. You'll find all the relevant timestamps in the description, and you can just directly skip to the walkthrough. So let's jump right into it. At the time of doing this review, Publer only supports Twitter, Facebook, LinkedIn, and Google My Business. So you can connect your Twitter account, Facebook account, LinkedIn account, and Google My Business account to Publer and start posting and scheduling content. Google My Business support is really unique. Not a lot of social media scheduling tools that I'm aware of provide support for Google My Business. So that's an interesting option that I would really like to see on Publer. Same goes with Instagram. That support is not provided yet, but according to Publer, that it'll be provided very soon. I think they're waiting for some sort of API permissions from these platforms, and I guess it's just a matter of time. Now, if you're going with the AppSumo deal, you don't have to pay anything additional, to sync your YouTube account, your Pinterest account, and your Instagram account to Publer. As and when these features are released, you'll be able to use them right away. You don't need to pay an additional fee to Publer. Now with AppSumo, you'll be able to get lifetime access to Publer for just $39. The lifetime deal is being provided on the Argento plan of Publer, which is $57 per month. Under this plan, you'll be able to add 30 social media accounts and 3 team members. As I explained at the start of this video, the deal is on the $57 per month plan, which is the monthly fee you'd have to pay to Publer if you were to upgrade it to a paid account. What typically happens with AppSumo is all these brands that are on AppSumo provide a custom plan to the AppSumo users. With Publer, what they're doing is they're offering a deal on one of their existing plans. So you'll be getting lifetime access to the Argentum plan, which on a typical day would cost you $57 per month. Now, if you're watching this at a time when the AppSumo deal has been sold out, or if you'd like to test out a few features before you invest in this tool, you can sign up for a free account on Publer. The free account allows you to connect up to 5 different social accounts, and you can schedule up to 50 posts with your free account. Now, if you're not convinced if this tool is meant for you after watching this review and walkthrough, you can create a free account on Publer and start using it, and maybe upgrade it to the AppSumo plan once you have really adapted to this tool. So you have that option. The free account is available. You can sign up for a free account by visiting their website. Now, these are some of the unique features that you'll be getting with Publer. You'll be able to schedule unlimited posts. There's no restriction on the number of posts that you can schedule in a day or in a month. There's also a feature called auto schedule. So you'll be able to set up a posting schedule on Publer and you'll be able to auto schedule your content. So it just removes a lot of friction involved with manually scheduling your content. So you'll be learning more about this feature when I'm doing the walkthrough. And you'll also be able to recycle some of your content. So if you have a lot of evergreen content on your blog, this feature will be really handy, as you'll be able to recycle your posts easily by just setting up a posting schedule and just selecting the recycle option that's available on Publer. So you'll be learning more about these features when I'm doing the walkthrough. And finally, I would just like to highlight some of the competitors that Publer has at the moment. The two most popular competitors or alternatives to Publer are Buffer and Hootsuite. Now, some of you may already be using Buffer or Hootsuite, and Publer certainly has a few unique features to stand out, but you'll also see a lot of similarities, especially between Buffer and Publer. The interface of both these tools is quite similar, so there's not much of an innovation when it comes to the Publer interface, as you will see. But it's also good if you're migrating from Buffer to Publer, because the learning curve will not be that steep. The onboarding will be easier and you'll be able to post and schedule your content within no time. Hootsuite is a whole different ball game because it's a social media monitoring tool as well, and monitoring is something that you can't do with Publer. It's just a scheduling tool and it provides you analytics on what you have already posted. So Hootsuite is a complex tool, but the problem that I've always had with Hootsuite is the interface. I find the interface is too cluttered, and the other problem I have with Hootsuite is obviously the number of features that they have, and it's easy for a new user to get overwhelmed with so many features. And that's what Hootsuite tries to do. I feel it's a jack of all but master of none. But if you're a Hootsuite user and if you're migrating to Publer, then it may take you some time to get adapted to the tool. Like I said, it doesn't have any social media monitoring features, so that's something that's exclusive to Hootsuite. So Publer is purely a scheduling tool, and you'll see a lot of similarities between Publer and Buffer. One thing is certain, if you're going with this AppSumo deal, Publer definitely has a price advantage because you'll be getting lifetime access to one of their plans for just $39. But on a regular day, if you were to upgrade to Publer's paid plan, then it's probably more expensive than Hootsuite and Buffer. So that's something you should keep in mind. If the AppSumo deal is still live at the time of you watching this review, then you can probably just visit the page and grab lifetime access to it if you like this tool. So this is everything that you should know about Publer and the AppSumo deal. The walkthrough is coming up next. Now let's jump right into it. I've just logged into my Publer account and this is the Publer dashboard. If you're a Buffer user, you may find a few similarities between the Publer interface and the Buffer interface. So maybe you'll be able to understand the features and the functionalities much better. It looks quite similar to the Buffer interface, though Buffer has gone through a few changes in the recent past, but it just reminds me of Buffer. And it's a very minimalistic interface that they have, and it's extremely user friendly and you can get started within no time. So the first thing that you should do after logging into Publer is add all your social accounts. And if you've just purchased the AppSumo deal, you can add up to 30 accounts. So you can go ahead and do that by visiting the accounts tab and clicking on add account. From here, you can connect your Facebook page, you can connect your LinkedIn profile, your LinkedIn page, your Twitter page, and even your Google My Business page. You can only connect Pinterest via Zapier. And as I've already discussed, YouTube and Instagram are coming soon. So you will be able to connect your Instagram account and your YouTube account very soon to Publer. And if you're in Russia, you can probably connect your VK account as well. That feature is also coming pretty soon. So that's the first thing you should do. Once you have logged into your Publer account, just connect all your social accounts to Publer and then you can start scheduling content. You can also group your accounts together. Now, if your brand has multiple pages and if you would like to share the same message across different social channels, then you can easily do that by grouping your accounts together. So you can group your Facebook page, your LinkedIn page, your Twitter page, and your Google My Business page, and probably share the same message across different platforms in an easier fashion by grouping your accounts. So that option is also available. You just need to create a new group and start adding accounts to that group. Once you've added all the accounts that you'd like to connect to Publer, you can start creating content. To do that, just click on the Create tab. You'll see that all your social accounts are on the left side, and you can start creating content right here. So this is the post that I will be using as an example. This is one of my recent articles, and I'll be using this as an example throughout this walkthrough. Even before you post your content, you have the option to preview it, so you can see how your post looks on desktop and on mobile. So this is a really cool feature for you to see how your post will look even before it's posted. So you can use the preview option to see how your post looks. Now, right below the content box, you'll find 3 buttons. You can either post this content directly onto the account that you have selected. You may have selected one account or multiple accounts. The moment you click the post button, it will be posted without any delay. So that's one thing that I've noticed with Publer. With some social media scheduling tools, what happens is, the moment you click the post button, there tends to be a slight delay. Sometimes the delay can be a few seconds, and sometimes it can be a few minutes. So that's really annoying. With Publer, the moment you click the post button, it will be posted without any delay to the accounts that you have selected. So this is managed really well by Publer. You also have the option to draft your content. So if you'd like to save this post and post it at a later time, you can click the draft button and you can save it and you can return to this post later. The plan that AppSumo is currently offering allows you to have unlimited drafts, so there's no restriction on the number of drafts you can have on Publer. We'll return to that later. I'll show you exactly where your draft posts are saved. And then you have the option to schedule your content, and this is what this tool will be mainly used for, that is scheduling your content. And there are 4 ways you can do it. The first method is to manually schedule your post. Now you can select a specific date and you can select the time that you would like the post to go out, and once you have done that, you can just click on the schedule button and the post will be scheduled on the social media account that you have selected. So that's the manual method. The second one is to auto schedule your post. I'll return to this a bit later. I'll first talk about the recycle and the recurring option. So when it comes to recycling your posts, you can recycle your post every week or you can choose to do it every month. You can select the frequency here and you can select the number of weeks, or you can select the number of months and even select the number of years. So if you have a lot of evergreen content on your blog, you can use this option. You can recycle those posts, and this is a really useful feature. So you need not manually schedule your posts. You can just set this recycle option and it'll be recycled every few weeks or months based on your requirements. You also have the option to recycle the post only when there are no scheduled posts in the queue. So you can select this option if you would like the recycled post to go out only when there are no scheduled posts in your queue. So this is how you can recycle your posts. The recurring option is similar to recycling, but you can set the start date and the end date here, and based on the start date and the end date, you can set the post frequency as well. So if you'd like this post to go out on a daily basis, you can do that. You can repeat it every day, or you can repeat it every 2 days or 3 days based on your requirement. And once again, you have the option to repeat it every week, every few months, and every year. It all depends on the start date and the end date that you have selected here. So that's the recurring option. Now let me talk about the auto schedule option. Now this depends on the posting schedule that you have set up, and if you're not set up a posting schedule on Publer, you need not worry, you can do it right here. So when you click on auto schedule, it will show the accounts that you have selected, and you can set up your posting schedule by clicking the edit posting schedule icon here. So just click on this and you'll be taken to a page where you can set up a posting schedule. So this is the posting schedule that I've set up for my Facebook page, and you can do the same. You can select the number of days that you would like to be active on your page, and you can also select the different time slots. Now once your posting schedule is set up, you can return to the post again, click on the schedule button and select auto schedule, and the post will be queued and it will be scheduled for the next available time slot. So that's how auto schedule works. So once your posting schedule is set up, you can just automatically schedule your content through this particular option. So that's how you post and schedule content on Publer. You also have these 3 options here. You can bulk upload your photos and videos. You can even upload from external URLs. You just have to copy and paste the URLs into this box here. So that's how you can bulk upload your photos and videos. You can even upload a CSV file. So you can have a CSV file in which you have all the captions and links to your posts, and you can just upload them onto Publer and start posting and scheduling content directly from the CSV file. You can view this example. You can download this template for reference, and this is the template you should be using to upload your CSV file onto Publer. And finally, you can enter your RSS feed here and import all your posts onto Publer and make posting and scheduling even easier. Now, I don't use any of these three options here, but if you find them useful, you can start using them. Now, to view everything that you have scheduled and posted or drafted on Publer, you can just visit the post section here, and you can see all your scheduled messages. You can see everything that you have posted, and you can even see all the drafts. So if you have anything saved, you can view them all here. Now, by default, it will show you all the scheduled messages for all your accounts. You can select any of these accounts here and see the scheduled messages only for that specific account. So this is the default way it's shown, but you can also change the view to calendar view here to see how your messages are scheduled in the calendar format. So it all depends on how you would like your content calendar to be seen. So if this is something that works for you, you can just change the way the whole information is shown. Now, your AppSumo plan allows you to add 3 members to your Publer account. So you can go ahead and add a few more team members. If you'd like others to use your Publer account as well, you just need to enter their email ID and set their role. You can either give them the admin role or the editor role, and you can even assign specific social accounts. So you can add up to 3 team members here. And finally, you have the analytics section. Now, this is perhaps the most important feature that this tool has, and any social media scheduling tool should have decent analytics capabilities, and Publer provides you with decent analytics. You will see how your posts are performing. You will also see the engagement for your posts. By default, it will show you the analytics of all the social media accounts that you've connected here, but you can get specific. You can just select the social media account for which you would like to see analytics, and when you scroll down, you can see the post insights as well. You can see how each one of your posts has performed, and if at all you would like to reuse these posts right from your analytics, you can do that. You just need to click on the specific post and then reuse them or share them directly on the specific social channel that you have selected. Like I said, for each of these social media accounts, you'll get to see all the social media metrics. You'll see the follower increase, you'll see the post engagement, and you'll see specific post insights as well. And like I said, you can reshare them directly from your analytics report. So if you want to share any of these posts, you just need to click on them, or you can use these action buttons here. And there are certain features that are really unique to the platform. If you go to the accounts tab and click on an account here, you'll see something called watermarks and signatures. So watermarks are basically the logos that you can add. You can add up to 10 watermarks here, and you can make sure that each post that goes out from your Publer account will have that specific watermark to the images that you have posted or scheduled. Similarly, you can set up signatures for all your messages. So you can have a signature here. It can either be a link or it can be a message like follow us on social media, and that specific signature will be added to all your posts. So this is everything that you should know about Publer. So I've been using Publer for over 2 weeks, and I use other social media scheduling tools as well. I use Buffer and SocialBee predominantly. And I would say Publer is pretty much up there. I wouldn't say it's better than Buffer or it's better than SocialBee, but it has its own unique features, and it's definitely easier to use than SocialBee. Now, when you're comparing this tool with Buffer, Publer certainly has the price advantage because of the AppSumo deal. But even if you take the AppSumo deal out of the equation, the free plan that Publer offers is slightly better than the one offered by Buffer. Now, like I said in the Publer overview, you can add up to 5 social media accounts under the Publer free plan, and you can schedule up to 50 messages per day. when you're comparing Publer with Hootsuite, now Hootsuite is a social media scheduling tool and a monitoring tool. So it has certain social listening capabilities that are currently lacking at Publer, and Publer may never have those features. Now Hootsuite is a social media management tool as opposed to just a scheduling tool. Not the right comparison to do, but it's one of the most popular social media scheduling tools out there. And my problem with Hootsuite has always been the cluttered interface. I just feel it's so complicated to use, and that's one of the reasons I've never really adapted well to Hootsuite. But that's just my opinion. If you're migrating from Hootsuite, then you'll probably have a few onboarding issues because you would be so used to Hootsuite. But again, because of the AppSumo deal, Publer certainly has the price advantage, and even the free plan of Publer is, I would say, better than the Hootsuite's free plan, because there are several restrictions when it comes to the number of features that you can use with Hootsuite. So what I would recommend is, if you're a Buffer user or a Hootsuite user, you can just sign up for the free plan and just test out a few features before you even go with the AppSumo deal. I'm pretty sure the AppSumo deal will be live throughout the month of June. That's what I'm hoping for. But if you're watching this video after the AppSumo deal has been sold out, you can just create a free account on Publer and test out a few features, start scheduling content, start posting content, and see if it works for you. And only if it works for you, you can probably upgrade your plan or go with the AppSumo deal if the AppSumo deal is still live. So that wraps up this Publer review and walkthrough. I really hope you found it useful, and if you have any questions, you can just drop your questions in the comment section below and I'll try to answer them as best as I can. I would also request you to support this channel by subscribing and hitting the bell icon so that you receive a notification every time I upload a new video. Once again, thank you so much for watching, and I'll be back very soon.